Vernon Howell here at the beautiful West Shore Marriott in Tampa, Florida. I almost forgot where I was, but now I know. I'm at the West Shore, and here with me is Don Kerlin and also Jack Howell.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi there.
Don Kerlin, as most of you know, is part of the team of Leslie and Don. So right away, we want to give a shout out to Leslie Goodwin, who could not be with us at PosiFest.
Miss you, Mama.
We do. We do. What surprise do I have for you, Leslie? You'll know tonight. So we are so glad to have you here, Don. Talk a little bit about the CD Time that you did solo last week.
Hi, we released it last April. Jack Howell and I wrote it, all the songs, we co-wrote the album and released it in April. And Jack produced the entire album and did all of the music concerning it. And he's got a studio in Palm Springs area, by the way.
He is my long-lost brother, in case anyone didn't know that. Not
Along
true.
with Thurston.
Right. Not really true, but I just want to throw that in there anyway. I'm wishful thinking to be related to such a talented person. So, Don, would you talk a little bit about your experiences in the past year with the CD and singing, and what's new for you?
It's new for me. Well, I'm trying to open up and step into the faith of being a 100% of the time posse artist.
Great.
And I'd like to do a tour coming up this summer of the West Coast. Because, you know, we're from Phoenix, so... Woo! Phoenix in the house! We would... So summer is a good time to go up and down the West Coast. So
It's happening.
I'm surrounded by people from the West Coast. You won't meet many like me, a native Floridian. I came all the way across the bridge to get here. You didn't know that?
Yeah. Came across the bridge.
Came across all the way across the bridge to get here. And I had a more dangerous trip than all of you folks that came from California and Arizona.
Because there was an alligator?
No, because I have to cross a bridge over Tampa Bay, and it is very dangerous, congested kind of thing.
Oh.
Very. But hey, I made it. So
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Jack, would you talk a little bit? So she mentioned you have a studio of your own.
Yeah, I produce music for a living. I've been doing it for 25, 30 years. And it's evolved from recording engineering in Nashville, Tennessee for 15 years to having my own spot in Phoenix. And now I'm switching up and I'm moving things over to Cathedral City. It's in the mountains next to Palm Springs, California. That's a transition that's happening now. So part of my studio is in California and part of my studio is in Phoenix. So I'm in the middle of a switch. I'm looking forward to some new space. But yes, I produce local artists in Phoenix. I've probably done a dozen records over the last 7 or 8 years. And I get to do what I love, and I'm very thankful for that.
Where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Suffolk, Virginia, which is in the southeast corner.
I lived in Charlottesville for a while.
Gotcha.
Went to UVA. Wahoo wah. I was wondering if you would talk a little bit about how you got into that. How did you get into the production part of it?
Well, I was in bands from a very young age, and when I went to school for it, to be a recording engineer, because I didn't feel like I was good enough. People would tell me all the time that you'll never cut it, so I wanted to stay in the music business. So I learned how to be a recording engineer at school, and then after school I got an externship at MCA Records in Nashville, where I was an intern for a summer, and then I was an assistant engineer for a little more than 3 years. So I got to watch the birth of Reba McEntire, Clint Black, a long list of MCA artists I got to watch be born in the mid-'80s.
Undoubtedly, we know a lot of the same people because I was a country music DJ for a long time.
I'm sure we do, sir.
Met and talked to a lot of Nashville folks.
Yeah, I was under the wing of Jimmy Bowen most of the time.
I've been under the wing of a guy named Ralph Emery. Ever heard
I
of
know exactly what you're talking about.
who once told me, be yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm endeavoring to be that right now. Well, I see you brought the guitar. This is a part of our talk and a song segment here at PosiFest. And so Jack and Don are going to do a song for us. So I'm just going to be quiet and let them take it.
from there. I should have mentioned. Oh, Grace, she's a friend of mine. She takes my hand in the nick of time, holds my tongue till my words are kind. Oh, Grace, so saving grace. Oh, never without love, but we're running out of years to bury all the blame and dark emotion. The troubles run like bitter tears, killing my son and poisoning this ocean. Oh, Grace, she's a friend of mine. She takes my hand in the nick of time, holds my tongue till my words are kind. Oh, Grace, I've tried and failed and tried again. I can't win. It's time to let me go. Oh, let me heal. Oh, Grace, be a friend of mine. Take my hand in the nick of time. Hold my tongue till my words are kind. Oh, Grace, oh, saving grace. Oh, Grace, oh, Grace.
Fantastic. Well, we're not going to do any better than that, so goodbye, everybody. I'm going home. And we're surrounded by talented folks here. That is fantastic. Thank you, Jack Howell. Thank you, Don Kerlin, for
Thank
being
you,
with
Vernon.
us. You
Thanks
have
for
a
having
favorite a favorite quote to leave us with.
How about long live positive radio?
We'll go with that one for sure. Jack Howell, a favorite quote.
Be the change.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.